What's up YouTube, it's your boy DMD and I'm coming at you guys today with a very budget Dino deck profile for September of 2017. So when I say budget, I mean like incredibly budget, but it's still good. With the reprints of Agnibazad and with the Earth True King now being cheaper, like this deck is like extremely affordable. So if you are a budget player looking to get into the game with something very cheap, your boy is finna hook you up. So without further ado, your boy is gonna get you right into this Dino deck profile. So first up on the monsters, we of course have our double Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, as everyone knows, is like probably one of the most broken cards of the format. So during either player's main phase, you can destroy one Dino in your hand and Book of Moon all your opponent's stuff. So really broken card. When he attacks a face down monster, instead of destroying it, you send it to the graveyard and your opponent takes 1,000 damage. Great for board clearing. This dude is a really powerful guy and he's like super easy to bring out. Then moving on to our baby engine, we have triple Petite Pteranodon and we also have triple baby Ceratosaurus. These dudes are incredibly broken because when they're popped by either your True King's effects or your Lost Worlds effects, and I'm also playing Fire King Island, so when they're popped by Fire King Island or the True Kings or whatever, basically Petite Pteranodon will get you a level 4 or higher Dino from your deck special summon to the field, and baby Ceratosaurus will get you a level 4 or lower Dino summoned to the field. Basically, if you see these two dudes in your hand and a True King, you're basically in a setup to basically just win the game and just OTK because you're guaranteed Ultimate Conductor Tyranno first turn. So yeah, these dudes are really broken. To search out your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and dump stuff in the grave, you got triple Soul Eating Oviraptor. Oviraptor plus Lost World first turn equals a first turn Lagia because you normal summon the Oviraptor. Then your opponent gets a token. You would send a Dino to grave off of Oviraptor's effect. You can then try to pop the token and instead Lost World will kick in. You'll be able to destroy a baby from the deck. Basically, y'all know how it goes. It's a really good card. Triple Miscellaneousaurus. Miscellaneousaurus basically makes your Dinos unaffected by everything during the main phase. Really good card. You can banish it in a whatever number of Dinos you choose to special summon a Dino from your deck with a level equal to the number of Dinos you banished, including Miscellaneousaurus. So really good card. Helps your plays a lot. I am playing double Megalo Smasher X because even though Link format is now in effect, you can still do the Bahamut plus Toad play if you have a Link monster on board. So if you get a Decode Talker, you can still do the Rescue Rabbit play. Good card. And then we've got one Tyranno Infinity for just ridiculous OTKs because late game, this dude's just like a 5k beater and he comes on board and just kills everything. Then, to go along with our Megalo Smashers, we've got one Rescue Rabbit. Helps out with rank 4s, helping to make Lagia and whatnot. Then we've got one Drac Aeolo to help out with our Synchro plays. Really good card. Now, moving on to our Fire King engine. We are just playing two Yaksha. I was playing Garunix, but I decided that for the sake of space, double Yaksha would cover it because I'll never draw the two Yakshas. Like, it would be so hard to draw them. And even if I draw one, I'll still have another one in deck to resolve the effect. So I don't know, I'm trying out two Yakshas. Maybe I'll add some more Fire Kings back in there just to have more search targets, but for now I think two works fine. Then on to the True Kings. We have triple Lithosygem. Lithosygem is broken. Basically, you can pop your baby Ceratosaurus and a Petite Pteranodon and just special summon him out, and then look at your opponent's extra deck and just banish a bunch of stuff. Basically, if you open with him and double babies, you won because you got him, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and first turn Lagia. It's just a stupid play. Then we have two Fire True King. Basically, he's good as well because he can just banish stuff. If it's on the field or in graveyard, he can just banish stuff. So he's really good as well. And then we have the one Maxi. While we still have it at 1, this card will probably end up getting banned, but for now, while we have it, I figure I'd go ahead and play it. So there's that. Moving on to spells. We are running a total of basically 6 field spells in the deck. We have one Lost World. We are running triple copies of Fire King Island. And then we are also running double Terraforming. Basically, Lost World is good because if you open with that and Oviraptor, you have a first turn Lagia. Obviously, Fire King Island pops a Dino to search for a Fire King card. So really, really powerful card. And if you happen to have a bunch of babies on the field and you need their effects to trigger, you can just let your Fire King Island get blown up by something, and then all your babies will be popped and their effects will trigger. We are running triple Fossil Dig, Rhoda for the deck. Just probably one of the best search cards ever. Like, it searches literally everything except Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Really broken. And then double Twin Twister, just because back row is kind of a pain and we want Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to be able to just OTK our opponent. Don't want to run into spells and traps during the battle phase. Moving on to traps. As I said before, this is a pretty budget deck. The deck that I built is basically something you can build for probably under $50 now. So you're not going to see a bunch of strikes and stuff, but we are playing one warning just to negate summons. If you get warning set with a Lagia on board, you win, because you can just negate 2 summons like for nothing, except 2,000 life points and some detached materials. So yeah, really broken and just a good card overall. And then double Quaking Mirror Force. Quaking Mirror Force is great in this deck because obviously it has a lot of synergy with Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and overall it's just a really good card because you can't link summon with face down monsters. So really, really good card. All right, so on to the extra deck. So first we have one Decode Talker. Decode Talker is probably one of the easiest link monsters to go into in this deck. You just summon some babies off of Lithosagem, and then you just get 3 effect monsters on the field because you'll pop the babies in hand, and they'll special summon like an Oviraptor and a Miscellaneousaurus, and then you can go into Decode Talker and then summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and have stuff to pop for next turn. One Link Spider, in case we have a random Megalo Smasher that we can use to link summon. It's really good, but once Proxy Dragon drops, this card will be probably the best link monster in this deck. But until then, oh well. But I will definitely be running Proxy Dragon in this deck as soon as I can get my hands on it. I just haven't been able to pick up a 10. So yeah, just one Link Spider. Moving on to our XZs, we have double Lagia. Self-explanatory, like Lagia is so broke. If you get like a board of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, Lagia, and then a baby in hand, you win. Like, there's no doubt about it, you just win. One Dolka. I don't really typically go into Dolka just because it's not as good as Lagia, but he's there if you need him. One True King of all calamities. Dude is so broke. Like, you just summon the dude, detach a material, and basically on your opponent's turn, they can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like you're playing Monarchs and you're running Majesty's Fiend for an entire turn and they can't do anything. Only you're not affected, so really great card. One Castel, just shuffle your opponent's stuff back in their deck. You never use the first effect because no one ever does. So there's that. Also, I am going to be running one Silent Honor Arc as well. I'm also going to be running Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome, because if you get a Decode Talker out, you can still do the Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome combo. So I will be running Shark and Toad as well. Then on to the Synchros. We are playing one Trish. Hitting your opponent with Trish late game is just like, it's a game ender. Then we've got one Leo. You can make Leo really easily with just, say, a True King and a Jirac-Aolo. And the fact that he can't be targeted like at all, and he is so cheap, it's just a really good card because number one, he's cheap and he can't be targeted basically at any point except for your main phase 2. Even though he's like only $1, it's a lot of bang for your buck because you get a 31k beater who basically can't be targeted. So really good. One Clear Wing, because negating monster effects during my opponent's turn is really good. Even though it has to be level 5 and up, it's just, you know, really good. One Black Rose Dragon for board nukes. And then, of course, we have one Danglong. Alright, you guys, so that is my Dino budget deck profile for September of 2017. Honestly, this is a really good deck. I'm really enjoying playing this deck. And I really wish that Konami would just kind of give Dinos a break for a little while. Maybe hit them in the next ban list, but not this one. I just don't want this deck to die yet. As long as Oviraptor stays at 3, I feel like the deck will still be able to do something, even if Tyranno gets limited, which I would understand if he did get limited, but just as long as they leave the babies and Oviraptor alone, this will still be a playable deck. If they limited like Lithosagem or something, or Agnimazod, I think the deck would take a little bit of a hit, but my build, because I'm playing Fire Kings, would not be affected as much, especially if they just hit Diagram or ban Diagram or something. Because I'm not playing like a pure Diagram True King build, I think my build would be a little bit better, and I also like it because it's cheaper. And this is probably one of the best structure decks since Monarchs to come out to actually really give you a lot of bang for your buck. So if you do want to play a competitive but cheap deck, I would highly recommend Dinos going in the next format, assuming the ban list does not wreck them, which I don't think it will. So with that being said, definitely if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's me, it's that DMD, and I am gone. Deuces.